Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'm Amanda of Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to my craft room. In today's video we're going to be making this lovely snowman Christmas card. I'm going to be sharing with you some hints and tips about using the punch that coordinates with the stamp set. So let's turn the camera around and get crafting. Here's the card that we're going to be making. I'm just going to start out doing all of the basic stamping and then do the punching tips for you. So it's Snowman Season stamp set and the matching punch. The colours are Cherry Cobbler and Early Espresso and Whisper White. So let's do the stamping first. I'm going to put my greeting in the middle, let it snow, just so that I can balance out the two snowmen. So that's Cherry Cobbler, and then this is Early Espresso. Okay. I've got a mixture of markers and blender pen for the colouring in bits. I'm just going to colour in his nose, and I'm going to use Balmy Blue ink pad and a blender pen just to put some shading. See here, just here on the left hand side. You could use a marker, but I just want sort of a soft effect, so I'm using a blender pen, just to give him a bit of shadow. And they're on the snowballs as well. Okay. Whilst I've got that stamp out, I should just stamp in the inside and do exactly the same. So you can see, let me open that up. There we go. Now I've just re-inked my Early Espresso ink pad, so it's pretty juicy. So I'm just going to be careful as I'm colouring in, because I don't want to lift up the colour. There we go. So a little bit of shading here, a little bit of shading on his face as well, and on the snowman. On the snowballs. Okay, so that's the inside done. Now I'm going to put the glue and the glitter on. This snowman here is actually in front of the snow, and this is some new glitter, and I haven't got my pot in here, which is really annoying because I can't remember what it's called. But what I'll do is, with the magic of video editing, I'll put the details of it up on the screen. So if you just look on the screen now, you'll see it. This is a much coarser glitter than our Dazzling Diamonds. It's very much like sugar. It looks like granulated sugar. It's really pretty and very sparkly. And I'm going to use my Tombow glue and just do a few little squiggles to kind of look like snow, and then I'll put that on, and that will help as well because this will dry off whilst I'm doing the rest of the stamping. There we go. Okay, so there's all the snow done. So I will just get this card blank ready, so that will give us a little bit of extra time for the glue to dry. So that's a matte layer for the front, and then a Whisper White layer for the inside. And I always, if you've seen any of my videos, I always put a white insert on my coloured card blanks. Just gives you somewhere easy to write. And I like to decorate it too. So that's slipped. Let me just, the joy of videos. Let's just fix that. There we go. So add that glue in the corner. Okay, so I can't leave that like that, look. It's all lifting up, right. There we go. Stay. Okay, so let's talk about the punch and the stamps. So I'll just tilt this up so hopefully the reflecting won't reflect too much. So there is this body of the snowman and his two branch arms, and there is also the little hat. Now you can punch all of those 4 elements out using the punch, and then the little nose obviously you can do separately. So if you stamp these out individually, you can do that, but then you've got to kind of work out where you're going to punch them. So this is my little tip for you. So get a piece of card and your punch and punch it out. Okay. So this is your punched out shape. And the first thing I want you to do is turn it over and get some dimensionals. And you want to put them on all 4 sides, like that. And then stick another one on top. Now, I'm not taking the backings off these because I don't want it to be sticky. I just want the height. Okay? So by putting these dimensionals on, the next stage is going to be much easier. So we're going to get the stamp. So here's the hat stamp. And what we're going to do is we're going to position it in that hole. And it's going to go exactly into the hole, exactly where we need it to be. And then we're going to do exactly the same with the snowman. Okay, so then you can put your acrylic block onto them, and they are now in exactly the right place. So let's get a piece of cardstock and a stamping mat, and let's ink up, and we're going to stamp the snowman and the hat. And get the punch, and look, there it is, perfect. Excuse me. So we've got the snowman and we've got the hat. Now you can stamp the branches, the arms, but I always use a punched piece of cardstock for them. So I'm going to use that as well. So that is everything I need for the snowman. And let's just colour him in now. So I get the balmy blue ink pad out again. I'm just going to do a little bit of the blue on the side, like I did with the other snowman. The pumpkin pie nose out. Then I'm going to use the blender pen on the early espresso to colour in the hat. And then I've got my markers in cherry cobbler, garden green, to just do the holly and the band and the berries. So there we go, we are almost finished. So let's just put the arms on. Ooh. my Tombow has just exploded. Right, so I'm just going to use the little bit that's exploded and put those on there. Put his hat on as well, a little bit at the top, bit of a jaunty angle there, and then flip him over and put some dimensionals, which they were on my desk and they're now not on my desk. There we go. One on there, one in the middle, and one at the bottom. And we can just finish assembling the card. So I will just do a quick recap of the punching technique in a second. Let me just get this finished. So put the snowman down there. Use my exploding Tombow. Pop that down there like that. So there we go. So there is our finished card. So just to recap with the punching technique. So this will work with any builder punch. So we have several in the catalogue. So do check them out. So basically a builder punch is where you've got elements like this. And all I did was I took a piece of cardstock, punched it. I put dimensionals on the back to raise it up. And what I did was I made sure that this image and this image are exactly the same. That's key to what you're doing. And then I got the stamps and dropped them in the holes made by the punch. And you can just flip it over and just double check that it's exactly where you need it to be. And that is that. Okay, so let's bring in this card because I've just stuck glue on Early Espresso ink on the other one. So thank you so much for joining me today. All of the products that you've seen in the video are available in my online store. If you scroll down, whether you're on my blog or on YouTube, you'll be able to see clickable links to my online store. Do please subscribe to both my blog and my YouTube channel. That way you will always be the first to know about new creative inspiration and videos. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.